Well, good morning. Today's bricklaying day. I'm kind of nervous about this because you know me, I'm not very good at straight lines. I kind of dry stacked the blocks here in the back just to kind of help me visualize what I was going for. So probably my first mistake is I set this first block. Now, that was actually a while ago now. So it's probably going to be crooked with the rest of the wall just slightly because I didn't really think everything through till later on, and it's already full of concrete. I backfilled it with concrete. And the idea is this block is sitting this way because it's going to get built up here and it's going to retain the dirt behind it. So I didn't want it to be straight. I wanted to give it something that I can backfill all this once it's built up. Originally, my retaining wall is just only going to be to like there. And then I was like, well, I might as well make it all the way down. It'll kind of look a little better. So I didn't really measure out the distance here. I've just been kind of building as I go. So we're gonna have to cut some block too. So that should turn out kind of interesting. So I got my trusty laser here. So needless to say, this is my first time stacking a block wall. So we're gonna see how I guess it turns out. I'm gonna put some rebar in here. I got 1/2 inch rebar and then a 5/8 drill bit. But I was gonna lay the block and then drill, but then I started thinking like, I probably wouldn't be able to drill that deep. So I'm just gonna set the blocks up here and kind of drill a couple spots. All right. So if anyone want to know if you can use 1/2 inch rebar with a 1/2 inch bit, the answer is yes. Now I know they make an epoxy, okay, but you gotta remember this dirt right here, this has been here for 70 years and it hasn't fallen. Okay, so it's almost like this is just cosmetic in a sense, but nope. Holy cow. Not very good at buttering. Oh my gosh. This is not good. Holy cow, I've got more mortar on the dang rock than I did the block. Oh, jeez. Nothing's sticking. Look at all the stuff that just fell out. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do this. Look at that big gap there. No, it's gotta lift, we gotta lift it back up. This is gonna take a really long time now, I feel like. Okay. I think my first batch of mortar was too soupy or too dry. Let's see if this sticks a little bit better. This next block should lay down a lot better. Holy cow, what was I thinking? If I stand it up.
All right, 2 set.
Yeah, right. I don't even feel like this levels. Hand me a different level. I don't trust this level. I wouldn't do that, honey.
Why?
Okay. think my mortar was too thick yesterday, and maybe some other stuff. So today we got a chalk line to use. So if we look on this side, you can see the two beams. We have one here and one here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm measuring over from the backside of this beam 6.5 inches, which leads me to here. And then I did that down there too. And this is basically what it looks like. So we're gonna make a mark down there at that side of the wall and then snap a chalk line to the edge of this brick. $15 and 5/8. Where's 15 and 5/8? 16, 32. No, it's 63 and 5/8. 63 and 5/8.
We built the wall!
Holy cow. No, not even. We gotta straighten it now. It's so crooked.
Other than being a little crooked.
So as soon as we pulled out them first two blocks, we totally couldn't see the chalk line, so I just freehanded it. And it turned out pretty good. You can see back there, I gotta tap it in, what, just a hair?
Yeah. But for the most part, it's pretty straight.
And I think the worst thing about doing this is having to be hunched over the whole time. That's probably, yeah. Kind of. Oh.
Brick, lay that brick.
You gotta be hunched over and your back starts to hurt. Ooh, you're scraping the lens, honey. No, that won't look cool. You just scraped all over the concrete.
Did I?
Yeah. I needed an outlet, and there happens to be one on my furnace, so I'll just unplug that furnace. It should still be the same, right? It should. All right, so we don't have a concrete mixer or a vibrator, so we're gonna just try to use this drill with the bit on there and see if we can get any air bubbles and stuff out of this. Who wants to know if this works? So it made a little difference. We can fill more in here now. Got maybe some air out. Packed them down pretty good too. That's what I want to shoot the sparks. right, guys, so for the centers, we're doing a concrete and vibrating it, and then for these little sections here, we're just using the mortar to fill these up as we go. Look, I just got my back brace on. I really needed this thing, and I just forgot that I had it until I was setting these, and I had to hunch over and like basically, and then I was like, oh yeah, I better get something to hold what's in here in there. So I'm only going 4 high, and you're like, oh, what about all that dirt? Well, I'm gonna push that eventually, not today or anytime soon, but push that to fill the void to backfill it. So we're gonna top it off. I'm gonna fill up the rest of these cavities here with some concrete, vibrate them down with the drill, and then set that top block, call it a wrap. Oh. Wash off your hands after that.
I had my glove on and then I just fell off. Amy and Jay here from the basement.
Hey guys, we finished the wall. It was a lot more work than we anticipated.
So is it straight? Is it level? I mean, from our eyes, it looks pretty straight. We've used not just 1 or 2 levels, but 3 different kinds.
The more levels you use, the better off you'll be, I think. One thing I did want to bring up was I saw a video the other day. I've done some concrete before, but he was having a big pad poured and he was doing it all himself. And he ended up putting his knees into the wet concrete and was screeting the concrete. And we went inside, he realized that there was like an additive in that concrete and it burnt all the way through his skin. So just that be a forewarning that when you're messing with concrete, especially concrete that has additives, don't let that stuff touch your skin because the water is what activates it and then it has a chemical reaction. And I think that can eat at your skin through your muscle tissue for up to 8 days. And to remedy that, you get some white distilled vinegar and dump it on the area like ASAP. So that way it will reduces the acidity, I think it is. I don't know.
Wash it first and then put the...
But it was so funny, yeah.
Yeah.
After we watched that video that night, I had this huge red spot on my shoulder and it was burning. It felt like a sunburn. And I was trying to figure out, I don't know, I kind of freaked out a little bit. But
which is weird because like the same night I had some on my finger.
Well, yeah, because she's...
Yeah, and we didn't watch the video till after we got done doing it. So we learned a good lesson. Just to always wear your PPE when messing with concrete.
Yeah, well, if you think about the chemical reaction, you inhale it, and then it's in your lungs, and that's burning in your lungs. So that's how all the things kind of tie together. So back to being level and plumb and flush. Is it? No, it's not quite. I can look and I can see the brick from the end is a little crooked, but the rest of them are pretty good. My mortar line here, I ran out of mortar for the top, but I was so close, so I made it work. But the mortar line that goes here, it definitely gets thin down here and gets thicker down there. But overall, it turned out pretty good, and it looks a lot better than what it did, and I think it's gonna work good for what we were trying to do.
How do you feel about completing this huge project that has been on your mind since we've moved in?
Well, it's kind of one project that is it's multiple projects that equal one project. So this is just actually a part of it. And I needed this to be done before I can move on to the other projects.
Okay. So that's that, guys. I think we're done in the basement for a little bit for now.
Yeah.
Oh, till tomorrow. All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow.